Hi Helen, how are you today?
Good.
All right, so I have some good news after last time we did our last progress exam, and the results are very good. Again, so how are you feeling about where you're at right now physically?
Good, better.
Pretty good?
Mhm.
Excellent. So isn't it awesome that chiropractic works?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So again, you're right at where we think you should be, but again, I'm going to remind you where you came in, and I'm sure you remember, but you came in with pretty bad low back pain, kind of radiating pain into that leg, irritating for you to get around, keeping you from doing the stuff that you like to do. I remember you said it was giving you some trouble getting in and out of your car,
Yep.
and that's not very good.
Nope.
So you remember how that was, right?
Yep.
All right. So, and as I was just saying, we're at a really good spot now. You're very stabilized. Your muscles have been responding very nicely. They're a lot stronger, and they're keeping that held position, the adjusted position, that correct position, longer now. So I'm really glad that I'm hoping that you stay that way, and you're right at where you should be. Okay. So where we're going from here, about once a month, and we're going to get you to schedule out 12 visits for the year, and that's what it's going to take to keep you in that stabilized, maintained position. Okay. Um, you know, barring an injury, you could be, doing some activities, exercising, skiing, water skiing. Could be anything, a fall, anything like that. Excuse me. But that could be more of a traumatic incident that would, kind of set you back. And we would address that if that happened, but the once a month is going to keep you at that stabilized state, I believe, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let me clarify why wellness is, essential, and we really want to maintain what we got, okay? So, the question becomes, are you going to outlive your mobility? Meaning, are you going to not be able to do the things you want to do? Are you going to not be able to play, live, do your daily activities, do those activities that you like to do? So when it comes, I'm sure you've heard that you want to save enough for your retirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to our finances, you can see here, we're all concerned about, if we're going to have enough. We really don't want to go back to work at like 92, say, or when you're older, because we earned that. Everybody looks forward to their retirement. Again, but so much more is put on the money, but what about your health? Doesn't really mean much if you can't move around and you're just sitting still, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, are you going to outlive your mobility to move, to play, to travel, and do those things that you need to do? It's very common now that people are living longer and longer, to 90, even beyond to 100. So, think about the children too. We want to get them in that mindset because they're going to be living longer than we are, hopefully. But we want to really make sure that it's the quality of life while you're alive. We really want you to be moving your entire life because mobility is essentially life. And so that's what I really want you to invest in because you're going to need it. It's essential. Like I said, you use it all the time to get around and do everything. And the fact of the matter is, we are living longer and longer. The number of people by age 65 in the U.S. is expected to double by 2050. 1 in 5 of the nation's population will be 65 or older by 2030. And so that means that we are living older and older. The baby boom generation, they're just going to continue to grow, and that area is going to need to be addressed. Also, longer life reveals neglected areas. So in the past, we never really heard about dementia or Alzheimer's diseases, not because they didn't exist. They were there. It's just we didn't really see them because we weren't living as long. It wasn't a big of a concern. The same thing could be said with mobility. We weren't really living long enough to see the effects of counteracting and preventing and keeping our mobility. So, like I was just saying, that the longer we live, the easier it's going to see those things and the neglect of what we did in our early years. Immobility is nothing new, but again, we're living longer. So, as I was just saying, it kind of reiterates that point. So this is just more stressing the need and the importance to you about maintenance, about keeping your mobility, because life will take a toll on your musculoskeletal system, and we really want you to counteract it. because you see a lot of handicap parking spots all over the place at stores and stuff. What is the solution to build more handicap parking spots? No, I mean, I hope not. I don't want to see it go that way. Again, if you live to 100 and you're in a wheelchair or using a walker at 70, that's 30 years in a wheelchair using a walker. I don't think you want that. I don't want that. So again, this is just, we're really stressing the importance of, we really need to stay on top of this and keep it moving for the long term. We want to think about the long term, okay? Because I want you to live with mobility and ease for the rest of your life. And this is really the best investment you can make is the investment to live and be alive and do those things that I was saying your entire life, okay? So you follow this and, when we get to that age, you'll still be moving around and doing good things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.